One of the most exciting plays in basketball and one of the most recognizable plays in all of sports is the slam dunk. The action of a player jumping into the air with the ball to punch it through the rim with nobody being able to stop him. It's the highlight play of the sport that we love because it takes insane athleticism, skill, timing, genetics, and situational awareness to pull it off. NBA 2K, the game that we play, is a video game, but in my opinion, the play should still feel just as special in the game as it does in real life. Over the past couple years, the game that we love has changed, and I feel like the slam dunk has been one of the biggest facilitators of that change. Dunking has become something that just happens. Dunking went from a highlight play that was performed by slashers and other specialized builds in certain situations, and that people in the party got hype. You got hype if you did it yourself. You clipped it, you put it on Twitter, to something that is just a required and remedial part of the game today, which everybody does. It's just nobody gets excited over the craziest contact dunk animation. Nobody clips anything posted on Twitter. Nobody makes dunk mixtapes anymore. Nobody makes slasher mixtapes. In this video, I'm going to give my opinion on how that happened and why, and what we can do to change that in NBA 2K24 and going forward, because this play really deserves its place in the game as a highlight. Peace, YouTube. Y'all know who this is, man. EK back in the building. Another day to be great. Let's get it, man. If you're a supporter, make sure you like the video. Greatly helps out the channel. Shout out to all my day ones. We're gonna get right straight into this. My 3 reasons as to why the slam dunk is, while being very prevalent in the game today, is no longer a highlight play or an exciting play like it used to be. And what we can do to change those things going forward. Even if 2K24, it's already too late or they can't make any changes, spread the word. Let's gather knowledge. And if you agree with me, let me know down below, because I know I'll be spitting a lot of facts. So I want to know if I'm right on this one, man. Let's head straight into the video with the first reason. Now, the first and most obvious and biggest reason is, of course, the fact that every build in the game nowadays has a crazy dunk rating, even by the standards of this game itself, let alone by the golden age 2Ks and just, logic in general. Even a serviceable low dunk rating in this game, quote unquote serviceable, is more than enough to posterize multiple defenders if they're even an inch out of position, or sometimes if they are in position and they played perfect D, no matter of them having rim take, lock take, rim protector, 99 block, it doesn't matter. So with that established, how can something be special when everybody can do it? It's a video game at the end of the day. It don't take much. Then they tried adding a dunk meter. Nobody uses it because people still get dunks. And all you got to do is press R2 and hold square. That's never going to change. They're never taking that out the game. That's been around in 2K since 20 years ago when they dropped the first 2K. They are not changing that. So the entry level needs to be the build, and the build video breakdown is coming. What should be the 2K builder and why I love archetypes so much. That video is dropping hopefully sooner than later, and y'all are gonna love it. But to not get into that here, archetypes, in my opinion, are the solution, the biggest solution to making dunks special again. Looking at my old clips, it just feels completely different. So right here, I have this so fresh and so clean 2K18 gameplay. Yes, y'all see it in the background. This was literally like one rec game. I found these clips on my hard drive. I found a big stash of them. I had a lot of different builds. The reason the names are weird and stuff is because it's PC, but this is not a cheated player or anything like that. This was a legit player, a shot creating slasher. Slasher first, shot creator second. I loved every minute that I played on this build. It was so unique, so different. I wish I could go back to these times. The build had to be 6'7", and I think my dunk rating was like, I wasn't a 99 or even close, but it was like a 94, 95 driving dunk or something like that, which is almost the same thing that players that can shoot the ball, dribble, and play lockdown defense having NBA 2K23. It's just crazy to think back. But the clips, I saved them because these things were actually special back then. I wasn't just clipping these things because I had nothing better to do or because I was making YouTube videos. These things actually felt special 5 years ago. Some of these dunks are crazy. Some of them are not as crazy. But I'm sure you've seen a lot of them at this point over and over and over again because of how common they've become. 2K18 and other 2Ks with archetypes and a system of balancing player builds, making a slasher or playing with one with an athletic finisher, throwing lobs, running the break, getting a contact dunk. It was something that was actually like, it felt human, like it made the game feel human. A lot of comp players weren't using slashers and they were just fine. So I don't know why they decided to add on top of all the abilities that play shots and these other builds like stretch bigs have. I don't know why they decided to give them the ability to dunk the ball as well. It should be reserved for athletic finishers and slashers. It's way more fun that way. Nowadays, if you load into any game mode on 2K, Park, City, Theater, Rec Center, Pro-Am, go watch a comp stage stream, go walk into the comp stage, you will never see a player, almost never, with below an 86 dunk. To have an 86 dunk in the older 2Ks, you had to be either like an athletic playstyle like a glass cleaner or lockdown first and slasher second, or you needed to be slasher first. That's it. There was no other options. Players with 86 dunk, aka contact dunks, didn't even used to be able to have any shooting in their build. And nowadays, you won't even find a build, no matter if it's a 99 three-point guard, if it's an 85 3.69 demigod, you're not going to find anyone. Low win percent, high win percent, bum, try hard. Nobody has a low dunk or no dunk in this game unless they have a build for a very specific and weird and niche role, or if they just don't know what the heck they're doing. So that's not something that I base the game on. I look at what the majority of the community, from the casuals to the comp players, are doing. And if somebody has everything in common, that means that we have a problem there. And the dunk rating cannot be given to every single build. Hey! Get your ass in the rim, little boy! Hey! The second reason, and for some people this might even be the biggest reason as to why dunks just don't feel the same and aren't as rewarding anymore, is just because they're so good. They're oversaturating the game. Every time you get on the game, you're seeing dunks. And why is that? I've made a video talking about one of the reasons, which is limitless takeoff. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. Just go look on my channel, scroll down. It's a great video. A lot of people liked it, talking about limitless takeoff and how it ruined 2K. But things like slithery finisher, where no matter what your dunk rating is, if you got that badge and your dunk starts and it activates, they can't even foul you out of it. You're just gonna keep going to the rim and just gliding through the air, through people, and just pushing them out the way in the air, which we know doesn't even make any logical sense. The dunk animations being unblockable, even if somebody plays perfect D, you do a back scratcher into their hand, they have a 99 block, they have rim take, they're usually not blocking it. The block frequency, the amount of times you can block somebody out of a dunk animation, is just, it's negligible. It's almost impossible. The only time you block people is when they attempt a terrible shot on you, which is gonna miss anyways. It doesn't matter if you block it. And dunks are therefore the most common and used and abused form of offense on NBA 2K23. Everybody from comp players to bums knows that the dunk is there and available at any time. Now, some people want to get to the rim while knowing that, and some people use that threat of getting to the rim in order to get threes up, or vice versa. But it just applies so much pressure to the paint, knowing that if you don't play perfect defense, they're throwing it down. They're gonna take off from 10 feet from the basket, and you're not going to do anything to stop it. Obviously, not only does this sound nothing like real life, but on top of that, even if we're talking in video game terms, it is the definition of overpowered. It takes no skill to do. You have to press 2 buttons while heading in the general direction of the rim, and you get unstoppable animations that result in 2 points and a high, super high percentage efficiency shot at that, which is not acceptable. Getting on the game in any game mode that you get into and just constantly seeing just dunks, 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 flashy dunks, free throw line dunks, contact dunks, and people taking off 10 feet from the basket every single play, It's annoying to even the best players, even the best, greatest players with the best defensive builds struggle to defend rim running on this game. So I can only imagine what it feels like for a casual. And even though it's not related to the actual dunking, we cannot overstate the role that shooting plays in this game. Shooting being so easy and just as accessible, if not more accessible, to every single player build on the game, and you not even needing nowhere near a high 3-point to shoot the ball. Whereas with a dunk rating, to get all the flashy and really OP dunks, you do need a high dunk rating. Everybody can shoot. People just spam things like stop and go, they left, right, they wiggle their left stick. They just do a basic size up and run past you like you see me in a lot of these gameplays, because there's no dribble moves to do. They do the overpowered R2 back, LeBron James step back, or the KD step back. They stand still, and the second you step up, they run past you instantly at 99 miles an hour with a player that doesn't even have that high of acceleration and speed. Y'all know that everything I'm saying right now is facts, because you have played this game and you see these things every day, and you know it's annoying. Not only having to worry about the most overpowered finishing of any 2K ever, you now have to worry about the easiest shooting, and those two things mix like gasoline and a lighter in the drunk man's hands. It is not a good look for the game. You have to guard people from 3, and then they're just blowing past you. They're dunking. Even if you play good defense on the dunk, they're dunking. If your teammate rotates, they're dunking. And it just turns into something that is not even a basketball game anymore. It is not even barely an arcade, because an arcade still needs to have some type of mental power required to do it. This game doesn't have even that. But yeah, man, that's just my opinions on dunking. Hopefully y'all agreed. If not, or even if you did, let me know in the comments if you made it to the end. You're one of the realest, man. I appreciate you. If you haven't liked the video yet, make sure you do. I'm gonna keep dropping content. I'm gonna keep this thing rolling into 2K24, hopefully spitting these facts for y'all. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay grinding, keep doing y'all thing, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.